Yes, welcome students to our SS lecture. Now our history portion is over for your first semester. Now today we are going to see our fifth chapter of geography, that is temperature. Long before we are seeing this chapter, half part is been completed. Temperature means what and how our earth receives the temperature from the sun, that we are studying in this lesson. So open your page number, that is 24. Here they are given, you can see the thermal zones. Now children, take this diagram. This diagram is very important. Some diagrams will be given to you for your coming exams. In that, this one is important. Now you can see over here, this is equator. We know that equator is dividing the earth into the two equal parts. While drawing the diagram, first you will draw a earth, that is a the circle form. Then you will make a two parts, that will be your equator. Now this you can see 23 degree 30 north, that is here, and here that is 66 degree 30 north. This is your frigid zone, this is your temperature zone. Now again here you can see this portion is a torrid zone. Again 23 degree 30 south, this is your temperature zone. Again is your frigid zone, that is 66 degree 30 south. So while drawing the diagram, you have to keep in mind, don't forget it, that first the stepwise you have to draw. First draw a circle, then you will divide it into the two equal parts, that will be your equator 0 degree. So equator is starting from the 0 degree. Then you will draw the zones, that is 66 degree 30 is your frigid zone. Then again here 66 degree 30 south, again here frigid zone, this is your temperature zone, and this is also your temperature. Main thing is that you have to mark the where it has been located, these numbers. Just think that when you are calculating the multiplication, you are keeping the numbers in your mind. Same while drawing the diagram also, these are the numbers you have to keep in mind. Frigid zone is located in the 66 degree 30 north. Again here 23 degree 30 north, because here what is the north pole and the south pole. So where it has been, in the which pole it is there, accordingly you will be writing. Here again temperature zone, it is the south zone, so that is a 23 degree 30 south. Again frigid zone 66 degree 30 south. So this diagram is very important. Now see the explanation. So the latitude is the main factor. There are other factors also which influence the distribution of temperature. However, their effects are limited to a particular region. These factors are also as follows: nearness to the sea, continentally, height above the mean sea level, and physical setup of a region are the factors that lead diversity in the climate of a region. Same, the climate of a region, why it is different, the main, that is the factors: nearness to the sea, coastal area, the part that is near to the coastal area, there the climate will be different as it is located near to the sea. Continentality, in which continent it is. Then height above the mean from the sea level. Now the some places, if you see the hill stations that have been located at the higher level, at that time their climate will be very cool, means it will be different from the other region. Physical setup of a region are the factors that lead diversity in climate of that region. Other than that, factors like cloud cover, winds, vegetation, urbanization, industrialization also include the local climate. Now the best example of this I will give you, our Mumbai is that. Mumbai, you can see it is a crowded city. Throughout the year we are feeling the hot climate. The reason behind that, what is that? Urbanization. Here the population is more, industries are there. Due to that, what is happening here, the natural things are the natural air, or we can say the trees are not there. Because of that, the climate of a Mumbai is been affected. Similarly, if you will go to your native place, at that time the climate is different. The reason is that the geographical factors where it is located. Similarly, the population of that region is different, is comparatively Mumbai, the population will be, obviously it will be the low. Accordingly, so local climate is also been affected by the surrounding areas. Now next you can see, do it yourself. Take a two pots of the same size and fill them with water equally. Now here they are given one experiment. You have to take a two pots, दो pot लेने हैं हमें. Then you have to put water in that. At sunrise, keep one of the pots inside the house and other one outside. Then one pot you will keep inside and other one you will keep outside. See that it remains in the sun all the time, full day you had to keep that pot, one of the pot outside of the house, that it can receive the sun rays. In the afternoon, walk barefoot on the floor inside the house. Barefoot means हम लोग बोलते हैं बिना चप्पल के हम लोग घूमेंगे तो वो घर के अंदर, एंड फील द टेम्परेचर ऑफ द फ्लोर. देन वी हैव टू सी द टेम्परेचर, feel the temperature of the water in the pot outside. Now we have to see that when you are inside the house without your footwear, what will feel cool? Obviously that you are inside, and the pot that you have kept outside, when you will touch it, it is getting the sun rays. So due to that, what will happen? That pot will got the heat. Perform the same activity outside the house and get the feel of the temperature of the land and water kept in the sun. Then again go out without your footwear. What you will find? अगर बिना चप्पल के हम लोग धूप में घूमते तो क्या होता है, हमारे पैर को जैसे गर्मी लगती, चटके लगते. Write down your observation about the temperature of land and water, and then you see the land and the water, which one is getting more heat. The pot you are kept outside, बिना चप्पल के आप बाहर घूमो सन में ही, और फिर वो जो पॉट रखा है उसको भी आप लोग हाथ लगा के देखो, दोनों में कंपैरेटिवली हीट किस में ज़्यादा है. डू this again around 7 in the evening. Again 7 in the evening you repeat this activity. Note your observation again. Now you can remove the pots. Discuss all the observation you have noted in the class. Now you have to discuss this, whatever the experiment we are done over here in the class. The observation what you will get, that is, you must have realized that the land cools down earlier than the water. What we have noticed that land is cooling comparatively water soon. जो ज़मीन है वो जल्दी ठंडी हो जाती है पानी के अगर हम लोग कंपैरिजन करेंगे तो. The water kept outside in the sun still a little warm, and the water we are kept outside, though the sun has been set, that too the water will be warm. Due to this difference in the heating and cooling of land and water, the air come to the land gets heated, and due to this process what is happening, that is the air coming to the land gets heated faster and also becomes cooler rapidly, and it is getting cooler also rapidly. The air over the water get heated slowly, and the air that is coming from the sea area is getting heated slowly, and so loses the heat in a smaller manner. In the coastal areas as compared to continental areas, the temperature of air is lower during the daytime but warmer at night. So the coastal area means what? The sea area. There you will find the temperature of air is lower during the daytime. Daytime the temperature is lower, and it is warmer at the night. Contrary, this temperature of the air in the continental areas is higher during the daytime. The continental means the land area. Continental का meaning क्या होता है? Land area. So during that time, the air during the daytime is higher and lower at night. So you understood this, that we have performed this activity. In this activity, what we are seeing, the pot that is kept outside, and with a barren foot you are moving outside, but the land is cooling very easily. So same thing, the continental area is a land area, so that the air during the daytime, the air that will be cooling very easy, faster compared to the night. In the coastal areas, because of the heating of sea water, water vapor get mixed in the air. As the coastal area, the sea water is there, from that water vapors are coming, and that water vapor are getting mixed in the air. This water vapor holds the heat in the air. ये जो water vapor है heat को hold करते air के अंदर. As a result, the air in the coastal areas remains moist and warm. इसके लिए देखो हम लोग जब समुंदर के किनारे वहाँ पे रहते थे, at that time we can find moisture more. The reason behind is that it is holding the water vapor in the air more contained. Condition in the continental areas are opposite. Same the continental area, land area is there, it is opposite. As water vapor is absent, the air remains dry. अभी लैंड एरिया में वाटर वेपर रहेंगे क्या? नो. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट रीजन, दैट इज द एयर रिमेन्स ड्राई. दिस लीड टू द शार्प डिफरेंस इन द डे एंड नाइट टेम्परेचर. दैट्स वाई द डे एंड नाइट टेम्परेचर, वी आर नॉट फीलिंग द डे एंड नाइट टेम्परेचर सेम. In the 24 hours we are feeling the different kind of temperature. the difference in the maximum and minimum temperature of a day called diurnal range of a temperature. So the difference in this maximum and minimum temperature of a day is called diurnal range of a temperature. So this, children, you got it easily. It's a very easy experiment. You can do at your home also. You have to take the 2 pots without foot, you move outside, and the feeling that you will experience, that is the same thing. So according where we are staying, if we are staying in the continental area, the temperature will be different. Coastal area, the temperature will be different. So this lecture we will go only for this. In the further lecture we will see the remaining part of this lesson. Till then, children, take care. Thank you.